Find a cause, get connected, make an impact. VolunteerOzarks.com. KY3 News on the Ozarks CW starts now.
Rain starts today, and we're getting ready for storms and crashing temperatures. Here's Abby with the latest track on those models and our flash flood watch.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild forecast here over the next couple of days. And today's really a day that we set the stage for our next weather event. A strong south wind in the forecast today. It's going to gust to 40 miles an hour. That alone is enough for some spotty power outages. You might see the lights flicker today because the wind is just going to be so strong. Now, just light rain showers are in the forecast on this Thursday. I don't have severe weather today. The wind is the big story and the warmth. We're going to see that rain expected in the Ozarks early Friday morning. Maybe some showers for the morning commute, but the main show is going to hold off until late in the day on Friday. Look at this, 5 o'clock on Friday. We are talking about widespread rain and storms, and it only fills in on the radar picture as we head into Friday night. There will be torrential rain. We are talking several inches of rain here, flooding a huge concern, and a flash flood watch goes into effect tomorrow afternoon. Then we have to turn our attention to some wintry weather that's possible in the Ozarks as we head into Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Some ice and some snowfall back into the forecast. Today, the morning commute in comparison to the next couple of days is going to be great. Numbers are already warm. We started out in the 50s and we continue to warm into the upper 50s this afternoon. I told you wind would be the big story today. Here's a look at that on the wind meter. Gusts to near 40 miles an hour. It will be strong, and this is drawing up some moisture, setting the stage for our event that happens tomorrow. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to take a look at Futurecast. I'll walk you through again. We'll look at hour by hour radar, and I expect that we are going to have some accumulation with the snowfall. I'll be back with a preliminary look at snowfall totals. That's coming up too.
Thanks, Abby. First responders in West Plains are working with the school district's bus drivers. They're preparing for dangerous flooding on the roads. Michael Deere shows us the plans to keep our kids safe.
On any given day, around 800 students ride the bus in the West Plains School District. Assistant Superintendent and Transportation Director Dr. Luke Boyer says all eyes will be on student safety as rain falls Friday.
We can't chance it. If a kid can't make it to school a day, we can deal with that. We can't deal with kids come to school in dangerous conditions.
Over the years, the district has identified about 7 or 8 problem spots. Every one of them will be checked well before the first bell rings.
We're at the bus barn by 4:30 in the morning, and we'll start checking those routes. We have drivers and faculty members throughout the district, so we'll start making phone calls and actually driving out to those low water crossings to start making the right adjustments if necessary.
Dr. Boyer says bus drivers know the district's protocol about driving in high water.
The protocol is they don't cross. Thankfully, for most of our routes, we have multiple accesses to homes. So there's only a few houses in our district where we can't reach. Bus routes may run a little bit behind, and it's just something that we take into consideration here.
Firefighters say they will be getting teams together to make sure equipment is ready in case they do get called out to make a swift water rescue. Lieutenant Scholes urges if you can't see the roadway,
especially at night, we want to remind everybody to turn around and don't drown.
The West Plains area is expected to get between 3 to 5 inches of rain tomorrow. Our windy conditions fueled this grass fire near Fairgrove. A woman burning trash told firefighters it quickly got out of control. The flames came close to the metal barns on her property and sparked this warning about outdoor burning.
Do not burn outside when it is windy and dry like this, because it was one spark. And then it turned into almost 4.5 acres getting burned. And I'm lucky my barns are not made out of wood, or my outbuildings, or they would have burned too.
Firefighters kept the flames from spreading beyond the woman's yard. The Greene County budget will be signed today. Elizabeth Van Mitri has been looking at the plans and your tax money.
All right, 31 public meetings.
31
took to get this budget plan, and more than $14.8 million were taken off of what were part of the original request for this plan. This morning I'm highlighting some of the bigger things of where the taxpayers' money is heading.
The improvements, how we're going to divvy up some of that. So what are some of the big ones they're looking at, the big projects?
One of the ones that kind of stuck out to me was $45 million was given to the jail expansion project.
Well, we know overcrowding has been an issue, a serious issue.
Right, now $45 million sounds like a lot of money, but what was asked was actually $150 million, and that would have been able to take the current size of the jail and double the size of that. $45 million isn't quite that much, so I'm very curious to see over the next year how much they can really do with what was allotted to them.
All right, thank you, Elizabeth. We're in the first full week of the new year, and Raquel Harrington shows us some things police would like to see us start doing in the new year, or all year round, Raquel, for our safety.
Hey, good morning, Maria. Now, I spoke with the Nixa Police Department, and they say the biggest yet simple thing that we should remember going into the new year is our personal safety. And the number one thing being be alert. Now, it sounds so basic, but it is so important, especially if you're out by yourself, male or female. You want to walk with confidence, and you want to walk like you belong. That way, it deters any crime or potential crimes that can happen.
Now, what about if you're walking alone or driving alone, Raquel? That's always something we hear about.
Yes, is a big thing. And I don't know about you, but when I'm driving, I always have my maps open and I'm always looking at my phone, and I'm not really paying attention to my landmarks. And that's the one thing that the officers and law enforcement are saying that you should be aware of, is be aware of your landmarks. It's okay to use your GPS, but anything can happen. Your phone can go out. You can reach a place with no signal, but know those landmarks. And the most important thing, know where your nearest fire station is or know where the police station is. So if you're driving, just keep an eye open, because you never know what can happen, and that also can impact your personal safety in a good way. Now, coming up a little later this morning, I'll show you other ways that law enforcement is saying we should do and things we should do going into the new year to make sure that we're safe and our families is safe as well.
Thank you, Raquel. The President's Counsel and former campaign chair will be in Springfield next month. Kellyanne Conway will attend the annual Lincoln Days event. It's happening at University Plaza. If you'd like to go, we have information on how you can register for those dinner tickets on our KY3 News app. Lincoln Days is one of the biggest fundraising events for Greene County's Republican Party. Tonight, you can hear about vaping medical marijuana products in Jeff City. The state wants your thoughts on how to regulate these products. The public forum starts at 5:30 tonight in room 450 of the governor's office building. You can also send those comments online. We have a traffic alert. If you take John Q. Hammons Parkway in downtown Springfield, it's closing in about an hour between Traffic Way and St. Louis Street. City crews will be working on a water main from 9 to 3:30. And this is a look at it right here, the dotted line near the Hammons Tower, Hammons Field there at the corner. They'll be doing this work through next Thursday.
Here in the Alert Center, we have a trending alert for you guys this morning. Let me tell you, this is an awesome story. It combines two of my favorite things and two of a lot of Missourians' favorite things, the Kansas City Chiefs and puppies. I mean, look at this picture right here. I also got some video that I want to show you guys. This is because of the new Kansas City Pet Calendar. This is the first year that this is going on. This video should be on your screen right now. Now, this is being sold in a couple of the Kansas City area animal shelters and Hy-Vee stores in the Kansas City area. Organizers say it's actually selling out pretty fast. It's also helping a lot of these dogs featured find great homes, a couple of them already being adopted. The calendar benefits several area animal shelters. So even though, yes, these players are prepping for the playoffs, they're still making time for a great cause, obviously. I'm looking right now to see if we can buy this calendar online. I'll keep you posted.
Just super sweet for them to do this. And you know, whenever we show these animals on TV, it doesn't take long for them to get adopted. We know that from our local Humane Society here in Springfield.
Exactly. Yeah, I think of the 12, 12 months in a year, I think they said 3 of them have already been adopted.
Aww.
So pretty good.
And we both own rescue dogs.
Yes,
best
rescue,
dogs
adopt,
ever.
don't shop.
Yes. Thanks, Lexi.
All right, back in the Weather Center, we are talking about wind today, but I also have rain, thunderstorms, flooding, ice, snow, all of it in the forecast, and even some severe weather thrown in there. I'll let you know when to expect it all in the 2 first alert weather days that you need to look out for this week. That's coming up.
#1 in the Ozarks. You're watching KY3 News.